cross 1,000 borders just so I can be with you. Loving you's a mission, but I'm ready. 1,000 borders just so I can be with you. This love I got is nothing to be played with, baby. She speaks with. Hey yo, it's good, Scopers. Scope magazine was good. So we're doing this video real quick for Scope magazine. Shout out to the Just brothers, twins and stuff, and we're happy that you guys gave us a shout out to do this video. So when we use the words like I believe, do you believe me, I have strong belief, right? For example, I come home, I'm talking to Angela about something that happened, and she's like, I don't really believe you. Or I ask her, do you believe me? So, or in the church context where you're sitting there and the pastor says you have to believe.
Exactly.
You got to believe. And you fall out and stuff like that. So there's a whole bunch of things, so many different places where we use the word believe, right?
Yeah.
But I think that the fundamental thing about belief is that it has to be based on previous track record.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So for example, if I get home at 1 a.m, right? Pull up to the house 1 a.m.
You believe you'll find me sleeping.
And then you silly. No, I pull up to the house at 1 a.m, right? This is not my usual behavior. I get to the house at 1 a.m. My phone was off, and she been trying to text me. She called me a couple hundred times, and then I get home and I tell her, listen, this is what happened. I had a puncture, and then I didn't have a jack for the car, and then my phone died when I was trying to call you. I didn't have airtime, and then by the time I going to find airtime, my phone went off. So the only possible way that she will believe that story is if there's a track record. So even when things are not going well, what maintains a relationship,
that's true,
or what keeps us together, right? Even when something happens that is not necessarily pleasant, or what we expect. I mean, there's something's out of the norm. What maintains that relationship intact is a track record from before. Like many times we Christians, we lose faith or belief in God when things are difficult. Because we came from a premise of saying, look, things have to be good in order for this thing to be genuine.
That's true.
But the Bible says clearly, like Jesus literally said, if you want to be a disciple, pick up your cross and follow me. I don't know about you, but picking up a cross is not the most pleasant thing to do. So you lose your job and you have no money in your bank account.
Hi.
All right? That's an awkward situation.
It is.
Okay? Now, you being a Christian, what will maintain your faith in God during that time? Or what will make you still believe in God when you go through stuff like that?
Okay, I think for me it's the premise that when I when I accepted the Lord, you know, the whole concept that the Lord is your shepherd. Like he's the one who's kind of guiding me through stuff. So surely he kind of knows. I think it's in the back of my mind the surety that he's given promises about certain things. So I know that this is not my end. This is not what he promised. This is not the ultimate thing he said. Even when you have the job and all that kind of stuff, there are other stuff that you still see the hand of God. As you said, the track record of God. There's still stuff that keep me I don't know,
keep you going.
Let's say, for example, why is it so easy for us to believe that a chair will hold us, but it's so hard to believe that, you know, he can kind of flip the script of my life and do something out of the norm that I'm used to, or blow my mind in providing miraculously or doing something beyond, you know, my mind. Like, why is it difficult for me? What do you think?
Look, I was thinking about the other day, right? And sometimes I get real depressed because, you know, you've got ambitions, you've got plans for your life. And amen, I receive it. And you got stuff that you had planned at certain ages for whatever reason. So I want to get married by 30. I want to have a house by 35. You know, I want to have my first child by the age of whatever. You know, different people, they've got different things that they have planned. Okay, and when those things don't happen, we fall into like this depression, or something negative comes along that we're not prepared for, we're not planning for. Now, the reason why that affects our belief is not because of God himself, but because of ourselves. Meaning that the initial contract, quote unquote, that we got into, we had the wrong end of the stick. Our expectations were wrong. If I linked up with you and my expectation was that you would cook for me every single day, 3 meals a day,
dude.
You know what I'm saying? No, I'm saying if that was an expectation, and then we get married, and then you don't do that, automatically, what happens is I'm like, yo, this is not what I signed up for, and then things start getting weird. That's exactly what happens when it comes to belief and Christianity, is that if you base your belief on the wrong principles, you're always setting yourself up for disappointment.
That's true.
Because remember, God knows the end from the beginning. So even if something at that moment does not look good, does not seem positive, but in God's grand scheme of things, He has a positive outcome for that thing.
Yeah, there is even a scripture about that.
Yeah, all things work together for good.
So basically, it all goes still to the promises, to say that He said something, and because we know that promise, it's what keeps us going, even when we're going through like what Christians say, a nighttime experience, a cold late in the midnight hour. So even that, what weeping may endure for a night.
You hear my falsetto though.
Okay, yeah, that was good. Well done. Keep trying. Okay, so like what weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. All those scriptures tie in together to just as well to say that on the earth or in the earth we're gonna have trouble.
Yeah.
It doesn't remove that factor, but it says that He's overcome. So that's what keeps us going, is to say, you know what, regardless of what is happening, we just have to trust and believe in the character of God. He's not a man, the Bible says.
Yep.
He's not a man to lie. Just simple. He's not a man. Like men have like thresholds and you have like your end point, but with God,
it doesn't have that.
It didn't sound like a preacher.
It sounds deep.
Come on, somebody.
Joyce Meyer out here.
Woo!
Yeah, so that's our little video. Hopefully you like it. Feel free to go out and check out our Facebook page. We're out there doing the most. We'd love for you to join us. We'd love for you to be a part of what we're doing. We primarily talk about relationships, but every now and then might drop something different. So feel free to go out, like the page, follow the page, and we'll link up. Thank you for driving with Angie and Olie.
Thank you.
And Scope Magazine, big shout out.
I believe you're gonna have a good day.
Believe it. You need to just believe.
That's right.
Do you receive it?
I receive it.
Take it.
Oh my God.
I cross 1,000 borders just so I can be with you. Loving you's a mission, but I'm ready. 1,000 borders just so I can be with you. This love I got is nothing to be played with, baby.